Be it.
Mahisha, till then a blight on the people, now became a menace to the gods themselves.
Oh no, this is unfair. What torture is this? Oh no! Devendra!
Lord Indra spoke for the gods.
Oh Lord of Kailas, I bow to you! Oh Lord of Kailas, this Mahisha is beyond our control. We cannot bear his assaults. Protect us, Lord.
I am really helpless. Grant I can a boon, but take it back. I cannot.
I have the boon, Lord Shiva's boon. No man of east can do harm to me. I am myself the Lord of the universe.
That's true. Death will be caused by neither man nor beast, but caused it could be yet by woman. Goddess Parvati is an incarnation of Shakti, the divine power. Invoke her. Invest all your powers in her.
Savior of the destitute, Mother of the universe, great goddess, save us, save us. What is it that makes so that all the gods must invoke me?
Mother, protect us from Mahisha. We cannot suffer this torture anymore.
Devi, my consort, you are an incarnation of Shakti. You alone can slay Mahisha.
As you please, my lord. I will slay Mahisha by taking the form of Chamundi. Despicable demon! Death is at hand! Die!
The destroyer of evil!
Hail! Oh, Mother Chamundi!
Chamundeshwari killed Mahisha. The gods were awestruck by her terrifying threat. They beseeched her yet again that she take off a gentler form. O daughter of the mountains, joy of the universe, dweller on the peak of the Vindhyas, worshipped by all, victory to you, O slayer of the demon Mahisha. This prayer for grace was pleasing to Chamundi. She assumed a gentle form, that of Mysuru Chamundi. She took up residence on the hill for good. So goes the myth, but history has its own story. In the 14th century, this region was known as Hadinadu. King Chamaraja ruled the land. His queen was Chikka Devarasammanni, their only daughter, Devajamanni. Chamaraja died an untimely death. The covetous eye of Maranayaka, chieftain of the neighboring Kargahalli, fell on Hadinadu. He started to bring pressure on the widowed queen, demanding that Princess Devajamanni be given to him in marriage.
Amani, I want the hand of the princess before the next full moon. If you don't agree, I shall take her by force.
Dear daughter, take heart. Oh, Chamundi, save us, mother. We are hopeless, lost, in despair. Save us, beloved mother, save us.
The day of the full moon was closing upon them. One evening, like a gentle breeze, wafted in two brothers, they moved towards Mysuru. And presently came upon the Kodi Bhairava temple.
Sarvani Rupani Vichityadhiraha Namani Katvari Vadanyadaste.
Salutations to the goddess. Here, the holy Aarti. You are new to this place?
Revered priest, you guessed correctly. I'm Yaduraya. This is my younger brother, Krishnaraya. Namaste.
Namaste. Receive the holy prasadam.
We're of the Yadu dynasty. We set off from Dwarka. We have traveled all over the country. Could we camp here for a few days?
By all means, the presence of Lord Kodi Bhairava and the serene Indians will bring you peace.
Good priest, tell us what is special about this region. We are eager to explore.
What can I say? All of Hadinadu is unknown. Misfortune has fallen upon the royal family. And so, the ascetic, Jangama Bandari Basappa Vadiyar told the brothers of the bully Maranayaka and his demands. Brothers Yaduraya and Krishnaraya thought over it. They decided to offer their services to the royal family.
Namaste, Royal Mother. We are of the Yadu dynasty. We have come here to free you from your distress. Send a message to Maranayaka that you agree to give your daughter in marriage. May the coming full moon become his day of death.
The grateful royal mother sent the planned message to Maranayaka. The full moon arrived. Maranayaka with his entourage moved from Karibahalli to Hadinadu.
Tomorrow 9 o'clock.
The brothers Yaduraya and
Rio Meridian
Krishnaraya joined the wedding party. In disguise,
Rio Meridian? Hotel Rio Meridian?
with Maranayaka immersed in the merriment,
WhatsApp location I will send.
Yaduraya and Krishnaraya suddenly fell upon him. The bullying chieftain fell, cried,
Oh, please! Spare my life!
You have caused misery to helpless women. You deserve to die. Ah! Krishnaraya, lay siege to Karugahalli. Take it under your control. I shall secure the safety of the royal family.
As you command, brother!
Royal Mother, your misery is at end. You and your province are secure.
We have no means to thank you.
Mother, we did our duty. Why talk of gratitude?
We seek your grace of heart. Marry my daughter, Deva Jamani, and protect our kingdom.
As you wish, Mother.
Let the wedding take place right away.
and so it came to pass, an epoch in Karnataka, a great regime was born. Yaduraya ascended the throne on the 11th of April, 1399. He took on the title Vadiyar. The princes of Yadu Vamsha, the Yadu dynasty, became the founders of the Mysuru Vadiyar dynasty.
Let me tell the rest of the story.
And who might you be, my lady?
I'm Kaveri. Daughter of King Kaveri. They call me Loka Kaveri, the one who cleanses the world. measureless kindness of sage Agastya, I flow as a river. Srirangapatnam is the little island I protect, flowing as I do on either side. In the year 1610, Rajavadeyar the First invaded my little island. The island's ruler, Srirangaraya, a vassal of Vijayanagara, was very weak. He surrendered my island to Rajavadeyar and fled to Talakadu. Victorious Rajavadeyar now stood before the great golden throne of Vijayanagara. Oh, his eyes weren't enough for all of its dazzling splendor. His ears, too inadequate for its far-reaching fame. The world never tired of singing its praises.
ಮುತ್ತುರತ್ನ ಖಚಿತ ಮಿನುಗುವಂತ ಅರಮನೆಯ ಸಿಂಹಾಸನ ದರೆಯಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಳೆ ಹೊಳೆಯುವಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಸಮಾನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಸಮಾನ.
There is no equal on earth to this throne of the palace. Glittering, shining, splendidly studded with pearl and precious stones.
ಕರಿಮರದ ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಬೆಳಗು ಮುತ್ತುರತ್ನ ಸಿರಿಯ ಮೆರಗು ಬಂಗಾರ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಬೆಳಗು ಎಂದೆಂದು ಬೆಳಗು ಬೆಳಗು. ಕರಿಮರದ ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಬೆಳಗು ಮುತ್ತುರತ್ನ ಸಿರಿಯ ಮೆರಗು ಬಂಗಾರ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಬೆಳಗು ಎಂದೆಂದು ಬೆಳಗು ಬೆಳಗು. ಮುತ್ತುರತ್ನ ಖಚಿತ ಮಿನುಗುವಂತ ಅರಮನೆಯ ಸಿಂಹಾಸನ ಜನಮನದ ಆಸೆ ವೈಭವದ ಪರಿಷ ಲಾಂಛನದ ಸಿರಿಯ ಬರಸೆ ಲಾಂಛನದ ಸಿರಿಯ ಬರಸೆ.
On the 23rd of March 1610, Rajavadeyar shifted his capital from Mysuru to my Srirangapatnam.
My trusted minister, it is our desire to build a kingdom as glorious as Vijayanagara. We must celebrate Mahanavami, the traditional 9-day festival, on a scale to match the grandeur of Vijayanagara. Let the preparations begin.
Your Highness, yes, Minister. When the previous ruler, Srirangaraya, conducted the 9-day festival, his queen, Alamelamma, would send her big pearl nose stud and other precious ornaments to adorn the deity Ranganayaki. But Alamelamma has now fled with her husband and taken away her ornaments with her.
Send word that she return then.
By this order of his, the warriors of Mysuru became victims of a curse. The curse of a virtuous woman. The previous ruler, Srirangaraya, was already dead by then. When the Vadeyar's orders reached Alamelamma, she uttered a terrible curse on the royal family, the like of which had never been heard before.
Hear, ye gods who wander the skies. Hear, ye Ashtadikpalakas, ye guardians of the 8 directions. Hear, ye the 5 elements. The fire of the female form flows in this skies. Our kingdom is gone. My lord is dead. My ornaments are now to be snatched. My honor itself might be at stake. The enemy's horses chase me. My end is at hand. Lend me your ears. Rulers of Mysore, be airless forever. Be airless forever.
Curse, oh curse, curse on Talakadu, curse on Manangi, curse on the Mysuru rulers. The
Warriors brought to Mysuru a great confluence of erudition, valor, literature, music, and fine arts. Their enduring ideal was the old Vijayanagara Empire. The lights that danced and glowed on the banks of the river Tungabhadra did shine on the banks of the Kaveri too.
Kanthirava Narasaraja Wadiyar was known for his physical prowess. The world knew him as Ranadhira, for he was without equal in the art of wrestling.
In the neighboring kingdom of Tiruchirappalli lives a Jatti, a great giant of a wrestler. Never has he known defeat. His underwear hangs at his town's gate. If there be a challenger who dares, he may fling the underwear aside and wrestle with him. Hear ye, hear.
Oh, the town crier's message singed the sinews of Ranadhira, made them taut. He arrived in disguise at the town gate of Tiruchirappalli and pulled down the offending garment. The challenge taken, the match ensued. Eventually, Ranadhira drew his sword, Vijaya Narasimha, its sting deadlier than that of a wasp, and struck. Wonder of wonders, the stricken Jatti stood rooted to the spot. The spectators gaped. Smiling, Ranadhira nudged gently the Jatti's head. Separating clean from the body, it fell to the ground. The crowd marveled at this sleight of hand swordsmanship. Ranadhira Kanthirava Narasaraja Wadiyar defeated Ranadullah Khan of Bijapur, the chieftain of Madurai, and Kempe Gowda of Magadi. He extended the kingdom. He launched his own mint and brought into currency a coin by the name Kanthirayapada. He came to be called the model king in the annals of Mysore history. Succeeding Kanthirava Narasaraja to power came Doddadeva Raja Wadiyar. He built the 1,000 steps up the Chamundi hill. Along the path, he installed the exquisite statue of Nandi, the bull. Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar, who came later, heralded the arrival of the golden age of Mysuru.